What started as a conflict between United States and Iran was now spreading across the entire Middle East. The first expansion. After the initial airstrikes, Iran didn't just respond directly, it activated its network. Across the region, Iran-backed groups began launching attacks. Rockets fired toward U.S. military bases, drone strikes targeting key infrastructure, surprise attacks in neighboring countries. Suddenly, the battlefield was no longer just Iran. It had spread into Iraq, Syria, and the Persian Gulf. A region on fire. Within days, the war intensified. U.S. forces responded with more airstrikes, hitting weapons depots, military bases, strategic communication centers. But Iran had prepared for this. Using underground bunkers and mobile missile systems, they continued launching attacks, fast and unpredictably. The sky itself became a battlefield, missiles intercepting missiles, drones hunting drones. The oil crisis begins. Then came one of the most critical moments. The focus shifted to the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most important oil routes in the world. Nearly 20% of global oil passes through this narrow passage. Iran made a bold and risky move, threatened to block the route, harassed oil tankers, increased military presence in the waters. Global shipping slowed down, insurance costs skyrocketed, and oil prices surged worldwide. Global shockwaves. The war was no longer regional. It became global. Fuel prices increased across continents. Stock markets became unstable. Airlines rerouted flights to avoid danger zones. Countries around the world began preparing for the worst. Some supported the United States. Others called for peace. But no one could ignore what was happening. Troops and tension. As the war expanded, the United States made a major move. Thousands of additional troops were deployed to the region. Aircraft carriers moved closer. Fighter jets filled the skies. This wasn't just defense anymore. It was preparation for something bigger. Meanwhile, Iran warned, any ground invasion will have serious consequences. The message was clear. If the war continued to grow, it could turn into a full-scale regional war. Fear of a bigger war. Experts began asking a terrifying question. Could this become a world war? With multiple countries involved indirectly, and global economies already shaking, the risk was real. One mistake, one miscalculation, and the conflict could spiral out of control. A fragile moment. But even as explosions echoed across the region, something else was happening quietly. Behind closed doors, diplomats began talking. Secret messages were passed. Neutral countries tried to mediate, because both sides knew the truth. If the war kept expanding, no one would truly win. Final thought. The expansion of this war changed everything. It showed how quickly a single conflict can spread across borders, affect economies, disrupt lives, and bring the world to the edge of chaos. When war spreads, it doesn't just destroy nations, it shakes the entire world.